What is going on, everyone? Today we'll be checking out what some of the best rappers have to say about the legendary J. Cole. Cole is considered to be amongst the big three of his generation alongside Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and he recently went through a rough time regarding the beef between those two after releasing a diss track to Kendrick entitled 7 Minute Drill and then immediately removing the track and himself from the beef. We have some clips today of rappers talking about J. Cole post-beef, but also plenty of clips before the beef. Before the video starts, comment down below your order of the big three. So in this first clip, we're starting off with Kendrick Lamar talking about J. Cole years and years ago following his famous Control verse, where he practically called out all of the top rappers at the time. He discusses with Big Boy the song itself and how he feels about J. Cole. Check it out.
And you know, I don't want to go, I mean, it's been already there, but where there are cats, like how some cats was like, they wasn't cool with it, others got fired, then people that didn't even have their name in there wanted to have their name in there, you know what I'm saying? Where are you at with a lot of the cats now, like the J. Coles of the world or the Drakes of the world? Where are you guys at now?
Same place. It's all love from the moment I did the verse to after the verse. You know what I mean? I think hip-hop is a sport, so you're going to have these little spits and spats, and it's all good because personally I respect these dudes as, you know, as people, you know what I mean? So outside of that, it's really nothing.
Specifically, where are you at, like, with the J. Cole? Specifically, where are you at with a Drake or so on and so forth?
I respect their music,
like that. For
sure. I respect them as individuals and creators, and I think what the media tried to do is insane, because they take these black, you know, young brothers and really try to clash it and make bump heads, and that's not right. That's how I look at it. I think it's not right, and I think that's why it's great to really show people how we support one another, because hip-hop was something that wasn't supposed to be here for this long. I'm sure you know, Big.
Yes, sir.
And the more we do that, the more they'll try to tear it down.
Joey Badass secured a J. Cole feature on his track Legendary off his second album All American Badass, which at the time was super rare. Nowadays, Cole is known for his features and showing up other rappers on their own songs. Listen to Joey talk about what it meant to him to get Cole on that song.
Also, J. Cole on the album, man. You got a Cole feature.
I know, right? This don't happen.
That does not happen,
Who
bro.
got a Cole feature? Besides the Jamal one, besides that,
Yeah, I know.
What rapper got a Cole feature?
Yeah, I mean,
that's real.
I'm sorry, I got
Greenville Cats, of course, the Family got, but I mean, it's not a lot of Cole features that fly out there, man.
Damn, that's real. I'm trying to think right now.
I'm sorry, I got to big myself up on that.
This is like one of those songs we can't wait to hear. So when the conversation happened, you know, my homies here was putting me up on the whole story about the false prophet borrow from your Waves track. Was you like, nah, it's all good, homie, just get me later?
So
is that how that rolls out?
Let me explain the story.
Okay.
All right, so, you know, in the summer of we're in 2017, right? Yeah. In the summer of 2016, you know, Cole hits me up like, yo, you around, I want you to hear something. So I'm thinking like he want me to get on the track or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm in New York, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? I'm hit Cincinnati, I'm there. So, you know, we link up, I come to the studio, we politicking, and then he like, I want to play you this record. Right, so I'm like, okay, I'm still thinking it's like a track for me to hop on and shit. Yeah, right. So before he plays me the record, he goes down into like the whole breakdown of the record, why he did it, and this is before I even know that, you know, what it is.
Okay, so
you know what I'm saying?
He's giving you the theme of the whole record.
He's not even giving me the theme. He's giving me the reason why he even came to writing to that record.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, he wrote it at a time of his life where, like, you know, he was home off tour, like he finally, basically like where I'm at now, like he finally got back to doing the things that he used to do. It just made him happy, like sitting on the couch watching Netflix or going on YouTube and just browsing beats.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So one day he was writing and he resorted to his old way of writing, which was, you know, going on YouTube and writing to beats, you know, which is what most of us do.
Yeah.
So he comes across the Waves beat and he's like, yo, like, you know, he knew it was mine and everything, but like he heard the beat and it was just like, you know, it was speaking, it sparked something. Yeah. So he kept writing, and then, you know, he wrote what was False Prophets. And then, you know, when he had it, he was like, yo, I gotta lay this shit down.
Right.
But, you know, after he laid it down, I guess he was like, yo, I gotta get Joey's blessing on it.
Which is dope. Okay.
Which is, you know, the reason why I was there in the studio that day. So he was like, look, so I want to play you this record because basically I just want your blessing on it.
Crazy.
And then he played me that, and I was like, wow, like, damn, like he rapping on my beat and shit. And asking me for my blessing. I'm like, yeah, bro, like for sure.
Right.
But like, to be honest, I didn't know it was gonna be like I didn't know it was gonna be like promoting the album and like the singer. I didn't know it was gonna be on the radio every day and shit. Yo, that shit is weird, bro. I'm riding through my city. I hear this shit come on. I'm like, oh, they about to play my. Nobody used to tell you it used to be like this. I'm like, I'm like, you know what? I got my features all good. That's what held me down. Like everybody was like, yo, you gonna let them steal your beat and shit? I'm like, look, y'all don't know that.
Right.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like, and this is way before he even laid the verse for me, you know what I mean? So I already knew off of the strength of that, he was gonna come through with the verse, you know what I mean? So which he did, he actually sent me the verse the day before his album came out.
Wow.
Yeah. And like he was telling me for a minute, he was like, yo, like you the only person I got on my feature list. Like I got you, I'm gonna make it happen. Just wait. Like I gotta, finish my album and shit. And he literally sent the shit the day before his album came out.
Bro, what's that? What? Crazy. So does he shoot you a text like, yo, check your email? like what happens when you get that verse?
I'm trying to remember. He might have just sent it because you could send the MP3 to the text.
Right,
he might have just did that. Yeah, but he sent it, and I'm just like, oh, it's lit. It's lit.
That's dope.
Yeah, I think I was with the homies. I was like, we got the code for us.
We got it.
Like what kind of say? Did them covert vocals get here yet?
Did them cold vocals come in yet?
It's happening. It ain't top secret no more.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Oh, and I would like to say that Static Selector produced that joint. Yeah, so.
Eminem is obviously one of the greatest rappers of all time, so when he praises another lyricist, you know they're special. He talks about some of the newer rappers in this clip, including J. Cole, and how impressive they truly are.
It's a new era, man. Like, I always wanted to know, like, what's your perspective on people with longevity such as yourself adjusting to the new era of hip-hop? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's another one of the things that make it fun, too, is, like, being able to watch, like, Cole and Kendrick come up and seeing how great they were right off the bat. And it's like you start like I mean aside from them, like I pay attention to everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like all the new shit I try to stay up on, who's doing what, flow patterns, that kind of shit, because it's always interesting to me, like the baby. Like I never know where his rhymes are gonna land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit is so interesting to me because he does it so well. It's the same thing with you and Royce. It's like I don't really know where this is gonna go. And when I get on a song with you or him, I know what I'm gonna get in the sense of the bar it's gonna be, but I don't know what I'm gonna get. What style? What, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I don't know. I can't predict.
Right.
A flow pattern, I can't never predict anything. It's the same thing if I getting on a track with Kendrick. I can never tell what the fuck he's gonna do.
Right.
Because he is such a chameleon of styles and he can fucking do pretty much anything, right? And he's so proficient at it, he's so good at it, and you don't know what you're gonna get. That to me is like a top tier lyricist, because it's like you can get your ass kicked any day. You know what I'm saying? Like certain rappers get on a certain song and it's like, it just depends on.
Yeah.
I saw some dude, I don't remember where I even seen this, what show it was on, like what site it was on or whatever. Some dude was trying to trash J. Cole about Middle Child and was saying, oh, it just fell off at the end. It was like, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I can't take you serious. You critique that?
Right, right.
And then it's like, sometimes you'll be like, yo, but you listen to that, and then you say this is trash. Like that I can't respect your opinion. I can't.
Yeah, they're probably the ones responsible for these top 50 lists that go around, like people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's your opinion, but your opinion's wrong.
For sure.
Yeah.
100. Speaking of top list, dog, is your top 9 that you named on Till I Collapse still the same?
Yes and no. Yes, because, well, what's happened since then is like 20 years of what happened.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So it's
right.
like, as rap evolves, you might get, there's a lot, you know, like I said, you got to put Cole and Kendrick on that list, man, because, and Joyner, because those are guys who really care about the craft. And it's kind of like, if you want to know why that sounds so good to you and you're not really sure, do you know what I'm saying? Like that's like when we're telling you that these people are so good at what they do, right? These rappers,
Right.
when we're telling you that it's coming from somewhere where we know what it takes to put that into the pen.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
It's coming from a place of experience. We know.
Drake and J. Cole went on tour together this year in 2024 before all this Kendrick beef and have been known to have a close relationship for years now. Check out what Drake had to say at one of the shows about Cole and how great he thinks he is.
You are genuinely, without a doubt, one of the greatest rappers to ever touch a mic. And I want to let you know, it's way too many people in the world that think and know that J. Cole is at top on the pole position. So I love you, Mark. You're my brother, one of my favorite artists, and I always appreciate you having me out here. I just want to say
Summer Walker is a super talented artist and released an amazing song with J. Cole last year entitled To Summer from Cole, (audio hug), where he basically raps a verse to her and sings her praises. Listen to what she has to say about how the song came about and what the song really meant to her.
So we got a song called Audio Hug. I had asked him to do a song. He didn't really get time to do it. He wanted to meet, and I was so fucking pregnant that I was just like, oh my God, I can't. Like, I don't know if you've seen them damn pictures. I was like 200 pounds. My ankles were like this huge. It was crazy. So we didn't meet, but he ended up sending me something called Audio Hug. And he was just like, it's so sweet. I cried when I heard it. He was just like being hella sweet and just saying he sees all the shit that I went through. And if I ever need to call him for anything, call him. It was just cool. So we didn't meet in the studio because I don't even like working like that. But we met at Dreamville, which that festival was awesome. That shit was cool. And then we went to Dave & Buster's afterwards, and that's when we got to chop it up. And we had a good time. He got his ass whooped in basketball.
Bia is a rapper who has collaborated with Cole on the song London in 2022. Here's what she has to say about J. Cole in the process of making that specific track.
Tell me the story on how, because you've told it before, but like the London record is one of my favorite joints you put out. You did a great job on that record.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was. I fucking played the fuck out of that on the radio.
Thank you.
But how does Cole end up on that particular song where you're doing the whole London thing?
It's crazy because we went to the studio to go meet Cole for a whole completely different song. And before we were on our way out, I was like, hey, can I play you something? Like, I'm working on my project. I want to play this song. And he's like, yeah, go ahead. I pressed play. And he loved the song. He's like, I love this song. This is good. Like, I was like, okay, you know what? That's like, he just seemed like he really liked the song, and I wanted to send it to him like some random day. So like 2 weeks later, I think a month later, I sent it to him, and I was like, hey, just sending you this if you want to listen to it.
Yeah, if you want to check it out, since you said you liked it,
since you said you liked it, you listen to it in your car,
on your bike ride,
at the gym,
right.
Like whatever you want. And yeah, it just ended up working out like that. Like he ended up liking the song enough that he wanted to put a verse on it, and I was so happy about that because, like, look at that verse. It's like one of my favorite verses of all time.
Oh, he killed it. He got off on
How
that
could I
shit.
choose between this one and that one? And I could have both.
Oh my God, he did not give you the throwaway Cole verse.
You
I don't
know
think he
what's
has those, by the way. I feel like every
Me
time he
neither.
gets on some shit, he bodies it.
He does. And I honestly I was like, yo, I'm going to go. Because when I first cut the record, London, it was like a vibey, fun record.
For sure.
Like me and Aziz, we just have fun. Like if you know us, we go to the studio and we just try to have a good time. So we don't really try to overthink anything or try to make a hit or try to make a certain type of record. We just catch a vibe. So I wasn't overthinking or like pushing my pen to the bars, like expecting to get J. Cole on that song. So when he put his verse on it, I'm like, I'm gonna go redo my verse. He's like, no, they wouldn't. They told me not to. They
You're
wouldn't
not
let me
supposed
do it.
to. Yeah, that's kind of like a
Cheating. But like,
yeah.
I was like, bro, who thinks when they cut like a random reference that Cole's gonna be on that song?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I think that's against like unsaid rap rules too. Like if you send a record in with your verse and then it comes out and your verse is way different,
It's fine.
I think that might have been the root of the whole like cannabis LL thing back.
But
in the
I
day.
didn't do it because I didn't want to change the essence and the energy. Because
It's a
some
fun
songs
record.
they got that a certain like energy to them.
Fat Joe is a legend in the rap game and has been in many beefs himself, so he definitely had a lot to say about J. Cole's decision to exit the Kendrick beef early. Let me know if you agree with what he says in this clip down below in the comments.
Do you think hip hop's changing slightly when you look at like J. Cole apologizing after he got involved in the beef and then he stepped back and he actually said, "Oh, you know what? I was being an old version of me. That's not me anymore." I don't know if you saw that video.
You know, the biggest thing is just yesterday, I had one of the biggest, most dangerous rap beefs with 50 Cent. I was sitting next to him in the game yesterday.
Yeah, the game, the Knicks
having the
game.
best time in the world. We're brothers. I get that.
Yeah.
But when you called out in hip hop, you got to respond. And so I'm a big fan of J. Cole, but it started from that. So I see he probably saw that they could get real messy and real ugly. And so he said, yo, you know what? This ain't me. I don't want no parts of it. But he definitely got a stripe off his, whatever. He's a sergeant or whatever he is. The corporal, they took a stripe off for that because in hip hop, they call you out, you come out. That's just what it is.
That's the sport.
That's the sport.
Yeah.
You got to come out. And a guy like him, he was a king.
Yeah, he's so talented.
He's so talented. He's a king. So it was like, wow, Cole, you did that? But I get it. I get all scenarios.
Yeah.
He was mature enough to think past the lyrical beef and say, yo, this might turn physical.
Yeah. And also it felt like he was kind of like, that's just not the energy he wants to play in anymore. Like that's just not.
I'm not mad at him. But I'm just saying from a real hip hop artist, I've been called out and I got to step up, even if I think the artist is a million times better than me. It's crazy because I remember one time a funny battle was Everlast. You remember? I Jump Around. Him and Eminem. And Eminem, I think, called him out, but he came out. Like Everlast said his rhyme. It was incredible.
Oh, wow.
And he moved. You got to come out. Hip hop, you talking all this, somebody calls you out, you got to step out.
Yeah. So, interesting. So the sport is the sport.
So I love J. Cole.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of him. I get it from a mature standpoint, but also, hip hop, you gotta bring the sword out when it's time.
Got it.
That's what it's about.
Thank you all for watching this video. Please let me know down below which rapper you would like to see featured next. Make sure to like the video and subscribe as we're getting close to 100,000 subscribers. Peace out, guys.